But I wanted to start another one because I realized what I can use this plate for that they provided us with. I'm gonna make it look like someone ate a piece of the cake and like finished it, but on the plate. So this live is probably only gonna be like a minute or two, but I really wanted to actually use the plate for something. And yeah, so we're gonna do that. I did use all the chocolate syrup already, but I'm gonna try to squeeze like any more out that we have. There is some on the lid, so that's good. And maybe I'll put some of the cherry slices on it. It's really like, there's really no reason for this. But I wanted to try to use some of the things we had left over from the cake and at least put them to good use. So we're gonna make it look like someone had a slice of our cake. I'm gonna try to take the lid off of the chocolate and see if we can get any out that way. Because we really need some of the chocolate in order to make it look like they ate the chocolate cake. We have to put everything to use, you know? This thing costs money. We gotta use that money. Okay. I think I got all that I'm gonna be able to get. And I'm gonna like mix it with whipped cream, which sounds kind of gross, and it looks kind of gross right now. Okay, how do I want to place the fork on here? I feel like it has to be placed perfectly, you know? And I'm gonna add some of the half cherries. Because like, we can't put the whole cherries because then it'll look uneaten. But maybe if we add the half cherries, it'll look like they like tried to eat the cherries, but they just like didn't want them. And I'm gonna add some whipped cream on the cherries to make it look like they came off the cake. And the person just didn't want the cherries. Okay, I think we're done. I told you it would be a super short live, just because it was a really simple thing. This is what our plate of eaten cake looks like. And it looks gross, but that's the whole point. So, I think it was a success. This was our chocolate cake, and this was our eaten piece of chocolate cake. Just for fun. Because it did come with this, but we can't slice the cake. So I don't know why they gave us this, but we had to make it look like it was put to use. So, I think now we're done with this MasterChef mini brand. Because we put everything to use. We put the unusable tiny plate to use. We put the unusable tiny fork to use. Because this plate was eaten off of. They gave us a tiny plate, a tiny fork, a tiny cake thing, none of which we could use. Because this plate would not fit on the tiny plate. We can't use the fork because we can't slice the cake. But now, we were able to use those tiny things we could not use before, And we also got to use some of the extra cherries, which there are still a lot of extra ones for some reason. But we got to use some of them. So yeah, that is the end of this live. Just because I literally realized that, like, as soon as I ended the other live, I was like, wait, we should put this to use. Because I had the fork sitting on the plate, and it had some of the whipped cream on it, because I used the fork to, like, spread it in between the layers. So, yeah. If I would have thought about it, I wouldn't have ended the other live so soon. But I didn't. But yeah, now this live, I'm just gonna end it. It was a really short live, but I just wanted to do this on live so you guys could see what I did with it. But yeah, I'm going to end this live.